Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. Today I'm making chicken and dressing. So let's get started with that. And you're going to use cornbread. And I've got my cornbread in the oven and my chicken breast, 4 chicken breasts are on the stove now cooking. So we're going to get started mixing that up as soon as those things are ready and done and cool enough to handle. So while your chicken is cooking and your cornbread is baking, you want to go ahead and get your ingredients ready to go. And this is just 1 small sweet onion, and I've already went ahead and chopped that, and it's ready to add to the mix as soon as everything's ready. So I have my cornbread out of the oven. I'm going to let that cool just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and just turn that out of the pan. I'm going to go ahead and cut it in half, so let some of that steam out and let it cool. Cornbread has cooled enough to go ahead and crumble it, and I'm going to need 4 cups of cornbread crumbs. And I didn't over bake it, so I don't have a really tough crust, so I don't have to discard any of that. We're going to need 4 cups. You're also going to need 4 cups of cooked shredded chicken breast and 2 cups of chicken broth, 1 can of cream of chicken soup. So that is almost a whole entire pan, an 8-inch pan of cornbread. All right, we're going to add to a larger bowl 4 cups of cornbread crumbs, 1 can of cream of chicken soup. Going to go ahead and add the onion that you've chopped, and you want that chopped really finely. 1 teaspoon of sage. You could use poultry seasoning if you'd like. A 1/2 teaspoon of salt. A 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. 2 cups of chicken broth. Get this stirred in, and then I'm going to add 1 egg. The egg acts as a binder. Let's stir that in and just wait on that chicken to get done so that I can shred that and add it to the mix. We'll also make a gravy that goes on top of this when we serve it. All right, my chicken's ready, and I'm going to add it to the dressing mix. We're just going to stir that in. I'm not sure that I'll use all 4 chicken breasts. That's a lot of chicken. So we're just going to stir that in. And then we're going to add it to a casserole dish. I'm going to make a gravy that goes on top, and it's going to be so delicious. Okay, so we're ready to add this to the casserole dish. I have sprayed a 13x9 casserole dish. I'm just going to pour this into the dish and get it in the oven. Okay, for the gravy, I'm going to get a pot, and I'm going to melt a 1/3 cup of butter, and I'm going to add a 1/3 cup of flour to that. Okay, so now I have our butter melted, and I have my little helper here now. So we're going to turn the heat down to low, maybe around 4, and we're going to add 1/3 cup of flour. And we're going to cook that for 1 minute. Do you want to stir, Jaden?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh-oh, it's okay. It was the ice maker. Do you want to stir? Be careful, don't touch anything. Okay, we're going to cook 1 minute. We cooked this flour and butter for 1 minute. Now we're going to add 3 cups of chicken broth.
Yay, Mimi.
Thank you, Jaden. We're going to add that, and we're going to bring that up to a boil. We're going to add just a little touch of salt and pepper to this.
Wow, Mimi. Wow, Mimi.
And thicken it.
Wow, Mimi.
Just going to stir in the broth with the flour mixture and bring it back up to a boil. I'm going to increase my heat back up to medium high. So I went ahead and added the salt and pepper. We're just going to bring this up to a boil, and we're going to set it aside and wait on the dressing to be finished baking. Okay, we're going to stir the gravy. It's getting thick. We're going to turn it off and let it thicken up a little bit more while it cools. So it baked about 30 minutes, and I've got just a little spoonful on a plate. So we're going to top it with just a little bit of that gravy we made, and we have a wonderful meal. Who needs to wait on Thanksgiving for chicken and dressing?